We've lowered the bar for men. We've made ourselves
Yeah,
accessible without standards and boundaries. So that's
100%.
why
I
they're not
was
willing to. Okay.
100%.
I was
I'm
just
glad you answered your
specifically
own
going to
question,
say that.
Court.
I was just getting
You
ready to
talking
ask
about
I
some?
knew that. I knew that. I was just playing
You
devil's
talk about the I
advocate.
wonder why.
Yeah,
I
I
was
wanted
like
to say that.
the cap tonight. Oh man. Oh, you know what?
is the black man choosing to be single? And I have a clip. So hold on.
Down. When I meet women and they talking about, oh, I want marriage and I want kids, I'm out of there. I'm gone. That is not where my life is going. Oh, you thought I was the one. Oh, you thought I was gonna come in and change your life. Oh, you thought we was gonna live happily ever after. Oh no, we not. No, we not. I am not the one. I am here for a good time, not a long time, baby. So when I hear women talking about commitment and they want this and that and they ready and they tired of playing games, well, listen, baby, I am not the one. If you want to be friends, you want to have sex, you want to, you know what I'm saying, kick it, by all means, let's do it. But once you start talking about I'm in love, which usually happens, hit a U-turn on hit the gas, skip no brakes. If you catching feelings, I'm running. I gotta go. It's not that I'm an asshole. It's not that like I have no heart. That I'm a narcissist. Now you might be saying like, okay, well, why do you even deal with women? Well, what the fuck am I supposed to deal with myself?
That was a lot. I mean,
Sad but true.
I mean, it
I
was
hear
Can
I hear this so much, and it's so sad that men are not willing to commit anymore. I don't know if it's because of social media. I don't know what it is, but I hear this so much that it just frightens me for my children when they grow up in this world. You know what I mean? And but the real question is, why are they not willing to marry? Why are they not willing to
I
commit?
think it's because of us. I think it's because of women. Like, I think women, we show men how to treat us. And I think that there's been a lot of generations of women that have told men that they didn't have to, do certain things to get our treatment. And now they've been like, well, if I can get it without doing all these things, of course they're going to choose to do that. And so I think now it's more imperative that women that do want to be married, show those qualities so that they can be like, oh, this isn't just, that average woman, or this isn't, things that I can get from, a regular woman, I think.
So we've lowered the bar for men. We've made ourselves
Yeah,
accessible without standards and boundaries. So that's
100%.
why
I
they're not
was
willing to. Okay.
100%.
I was
I'm
just
glad you answered your
specifically
own
going to
question,
say that.
Court.
I was just getting
You
ready to
talking
ask.
about
I
some?
knew that. I knew that. I was just playing
You
devil's
talk about the I
devil
wonder why. Man,
Yeah,
I
I
was
wanted
like
to say that.
the cap tonight. Oh man. Oh, you know
No,
what?
I actually wanted to say that he's right to say that that's not what he wants. It's okay. He's being honest, and as women, we have to appreciate honesty. So, one first problem for women is that they want to prove themselves that they can make him change his mind. First mistake. Wrong. Totally wrong. The moment that he says that, run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second of all, you are the standards and what you want. If you want commitment, say it up front. First
Yeah.
date, first conversation. Don't make me waste my time. Don't. I'm not here to play with nothing. No, I'm looking for marriage. If he doesn't want that, he's not gonna text you again. Simple as that. So that's the filter. It's the filter, and then talk these things on time because it's like, oh, they're saying, oh, I'm in love. Why did you give him access? Why? Why did you give him access if he is not? If you haven't even talked about what you guys want, and I'm not an expert. I'm not even an example. I don't like to put myself as an example, but I told my now boyfriend we met like a year ago, but we became boyfriend girlfriend like probably 8 months later. But nothing happened. Nothing. Zero. We were just getting to know each other. If you want to deal with it, if you don't like it, then you know what you have to do. But if you think you can do better, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't care. But I was single. Like I'm not messing with anybody because I know what I want and that's my standard. And he realized that my standards were real. He respected my boundaries and he's like, you know what? She's not playing. She's not like the other type of girls or whatever. So I think it's, those things. And the first mistake, like you can like stop thinking that you can make them change their mind because you can't.
Saida, you're 100% right. Women make that mistake all the time because men will tell you up front. They'll let you know, like, I'm not looking for anything serious. They will tell you that off rip. And the moment they say that, if you were looking for something more than just a piece of meat, then you might as well just go ahead and exit because he's not changing his mind. But women have this delusional thought process of like, oh no, he's gonna change for me. I'm gonna pull out all the tricks. I'm gonna cook for him. I'm gonna be that girl sending him motivational quotes in the morning. I'm gonna change his mind. And I swear to God, you cannot change their mind because once they made it up in their mind, they stand on that shit. Unlike women, most men, they stand on the shit that they say. Like if they say I don't want it, they don't want it. Like
They pull out
Yeah,
all the tricks, all right.
my dad told me one
they
time.
do, they do.
Yeah, my dad told me one time, you are no rehab center, woman. You are no rehab center. And I was, I stick with that. Like I was, so, yep.
You know what the worst part about this is that what I don't like in these spaces and why you see me advocate for men so much is that I understand that y'all know my stance on this. I don't believe discipline exists at all because it is in our nature. Like we are animals by nature. The only way we have the appearance of discipline is the absence of open legs. That's what it actually was. All right, that's what most of the time it is. It's that there's a dad or a man or a code or obedience to religion, something standing in the way of that man. It is not him being disciplined because once those legs are open, 8 out of 10 men are going to smash. Period. Men,
So you
it's
basically
literally our
saying,
it's our
sorry.
one weakness in life. All right, so men value what's hard to acquire. That's really it in a nutshell. All right. Um, and the other part of that is that men will only do what you require. As a woman, if you fancy yourself a valuable woman, require something. We used to have a society where all women will require something. Men would say, "Hey, listen, if women want men to start committing, if women wanted marriage, require it. Simple as that." A bunch of men used to sit around saying, "Hey, I'm trying to get at shorty. Well, that's a good girl, so you ain't getting no box. You're gonna have to go to her daddy. You're gonna have to go meet her brothers. I know her brother. He ain't no punk. So you gotta come with your A game, bro." You're like, "No, I'm down for it, bro. I'm really feeling this one." That's how, well, I'm the marrying type. That's how me and my boys talk, right? So you just gotta make sure you're requiring something and stay down. Stay down with it. Don't fold. Don't try to make up your own way of doing it. Literally, there are women on their wedding day be like, "Ooh, like I'm about to burst. Finally, it's happening." Right? Because you waited and you required that. Shoot, I know some girls that jumped on that thing on the night of the engagement. They couldn't wait, right? But hey, you required something, you got it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm curious to hear what court stocks are on this. You're married. You said you were married, right? How long have you been married?
Going on 5 years in March.
Okay, nice. You have like a really young face. So like even when you say you had 3 kids, I'm like, she looks young. But okay. So what do you think about this?
About men not choosing to marry.
Yes.
Um, like I said, I hear that this is a common thing. I even hear close friends saying that they've been in relationships for like over 10 years and they still haven't gotten a ring. So, I mean, I it's common, in this day and age. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. I mean, not weird because I was once in the dating realm, world or whatever. So I get it. It was, hard out there, but once I found the one, I mean, it was like, God sent. And just being I don't I
Do
just
you
I
think
don't
that the
know.
women do you think that the women are not doing the right thing? They're not like vetting properly or choosing the right men? Or do you think the men are just saying like, I don't want to get married? Like if I can get all the wifely material and like the access that you would get from a wife, if I'm getting that, why would I marry you? Because I heard you say something about like some of your friends been in relationships for 10 plus years and they're still not married. To me, I'm like, what the hell? Like, what are we doing? We were just shacking
Yeah,
up
I
playing
just
house.
think it's not, setting the standard and your boundaries. Like, like just being upfront saying like this is what I want versus just allowing him to give you what he wants you to have. You know what I mean? So setting that standard for yourself and saying that I want marriage, or I'm not going to be in this relationship past, a year or two, that's where I think most women go wrong. Versus, I mean, yeah. So instead of looking at what he have and how attractive he is, like really, ask these questions up front so you know what you're dealing with and what, the outcome is going to be with dealing with this particular person.
So it's kind of like setting the correct tone at the beginning, letting
Yeah.
letting him know what you want, and then vice versa, just to make sure you guys are on the same page. Kim, you wanted to
Right.
say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to like piggyback off of what everyone else was saying. I also think that to the point, I forgot who said it, but about basically men not speaking up about not wanting to be married, or if they do speak up, that we need to move on. I also think that there needs to be a conversation that just because they don't outright say it, you as a woman should also be cognizant of the relationship so that you don't stay in a relationship too long either. Because I think, there's a lot of women that do stay in, 5-10 year relationships, and they're like, why hasn't he married me yet? Why hasn't he done these things? But it's just like, if he, I just feel like a marriage-minded man, you're having those conversations, you would know. So it's just like, if he hasn't shown you those things, 1+1 has to equal 2 at one point. You have to stop trying to either keep yourself in a relationship that isn't going to move to where you want it to move to, or again, just move on in that moment when you're realizing, in that dating process with that man, that he's not wanting marriage, so that you're not hurting yourself and wasting years with somebody.
Yeah. And what really gets under my skin is women downplaying marriage because their significant or, other is not giving them the ring or proposing to them. Like that really
Yeah.
bothers me. It's like just because,
It's a piece of
your
paper.
man, yeah, it's like don't downplay marriage. Don't make it seem like it's just a piece of paper or just a ring. Like it's way more to it than just that.
That
Yeah,
is
'cause they
that
can't
is
get
a
the ring.
common tactic.